Guys, welcome back. What is good? How are you doing? Has you been good? Have you been bad? It's all the same. It's what have you learned from that? Guys, today's gonna be amazing because we're gonna do something that has the potential to be epic. Why? Because it's an idea that I've had, that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I've never done it. I don't know why. It was a really good idea. I never tried to do it. I always kind of farted around with it, like, yeah, you should do it, and then I always just forgot. Probably because it was supposed to happen today. So, I don't know if this is gonna be great. Excuse me, I had a lot of Chinese food. I don't know if it's going to be average, but I do know it's gonna be fun and possibly awesome, and we're gonna have a good time hanging out because you know what we're really doing here is we're hanging out, we're having fun, we're learning, we're talking. When you tune into other people, you know, maybe they're just like teaching you things, but like we've got the friendship going and flowing, we've got the hangout going and flowing. Let's hang out, sit back, take it easy, do whatever you want to do or not do, enjoy yourself, because this sound design hangout has the potential to be very epic. So, what are we trying to do here? So, here's the thought. Here was the pondering. Here was the inspiration. Here was the question. I said,
I went over to Gemini's NFT page over on OpenSea, and I just want to say that I bought a few of these NFTs to support this young man you may not know. In addition to loving his Ableton, he is also a 3D computer graphics artist. Yeah, that's all the thumbnails made by that wonderful Gemini guy. Although he doesn't actually refer to himself as Gemini, but you should go over there and help this man out. It is verifiable, so if you want to own SDHO 59, it will say you own the blockchain, have that, because you have that NFT and a lot of other goodies. As you will see, follow me, let's go to the SDHO show. Wonderful.
when you play a whole bunch of notes at one time, I'm doing this because like there's a MIDI keyboard or something, but you hold down a bunch of notes. The same thing is going to play all the notes, right? So like this operator right here. Okay, got a sine wave. Nothing big, nothing crazy. That's a note. That's 5 notes, right? But each of those 5 notes, that chord, they were all playing this operator, right? So 5 notes, playing a chord. All of those notes, each voice of that chord is being played through just that operator. Whatever's on here. Right now it's a sine wave. And now it's a square wave. Ouch. Sorry about that. Do you know where I'm going? Do you know where I'm going with this? What if that first note was played by a different thing? Maybe it was played with a sine wave. Maybe that second note was played with, I don't know, some sort of a sound that was more, you know, like FM sounding. Maybe the next note, the third note, was played with an analog device. Maybe the next note was played with another analog device, but very different. What the hell would that sound like? You know what I mean? But it's always the same damn synth patch that's playing it. But what if each individual note had its own different unique synthesizer? Would it sound amazing? Would it sound metal? Who knows? How do we even go about doing that? Are we in a lot of trouble here and we're never going to be able to do it? I don't know. Actually, I think one of the new things in Ableton will actually, it's not really new, but I think it's like new for Live 11, which Live 11's been out for a while. I think that might help us do it, but it shouldn't be that difficult. I envision having like a lot of different tracks, and like each track has like one note, and we move up. So it'll be a chord in that multiple notes will be played at the same time. I just wanted to like play indefinitely as we normally like to do on this channel. And think of it as like a drone. A drone can be like monophonic, so just like one note, or a drone could be polyphonic, multiple notes. In my opinion, I don't know, I'm not like a professor of drones, although I should be, but meaning like, whatever, don't go by definitions. Hey mate, you said it was, the drone was monophonic. Actually, you was lying out of your teeth. Why you always lying out of your teeth? In fact, you should brush your damn teeth and go to a dentist. It's been about 10 years and you got all that stuff you was afraid about, but you're too afraid to go there. You wanted to just magically disappear. The fear's gonna catch up to you. Whatever, man. I'll do it on my own time. Give me a break. I'm going through a lot here. Okay, so anyways, let's get cracking and slacking. I don't want analog to start off with. By the way, I have these on all my tracks. Now, I'm going to build it from the ground up because I want to start low and build up to higher pitches. And the first note is going to be a subby bassy tone because I want everything to be there. And I guess just as always, that you should be doing this if you're watching Ableton tutorials or whatever, or just anything. Make sure you have like a way to hear all the like bass and whatnot. Subby bass, subby wubby bass. Let's do something simple for that. Let's do operator, and I'll just rename this track to just one, just so like in my mind I know like it's the first one, which I should know because it's left or whatever. So let's put a clip here. I don't know, maybe let's just make all of these 4 bars just so like it just plays. And what note do we want here? Doesn't matter. Sure as hell doesn't matter. C3, that's gonna be a little bit too high. Oh, what should we probably do? Probably drop some spigot drum. Are we gonna be able to like group all of them so we can see them all? I don't even really know. Doesn't even really matter. By the way, how are you guys doing? Are you doing good? Did you survive eclipse season, which happened on October 14th, which is not yet happened yet? That is the Taurus solar... No, it's actually the Libra new moon solar eclipse. And then because the eclipses come in pairs on the 28th of October, which maybe that's when this comes out, probably not, probably sooner, then that would be the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. Have you been surviving it? Today is the 1010, the 1010 gateway, October 10th, and Pluto just went direct in Capricorn. It's been retrograde since, I believe, May. So what has come up to the surface for you? What do you think you might be able to do in a different way? What have you learned? Are you going mental? Let's get into it, you dirty oxen. All right, so let's click on this clip right here. And, whoa, Shift Tab. Is this so crazy? I want to see this spectrum. I put Shift Tab. I'm like, hey, I still want to see it up here. That's weird. I never even thought about that. I guess you can't do that. Oh, okie dokie. So I'm not going to do C, and I don't want it up here because I want bass. So, well, actually, let's just drag this out a little bit. Let's click play. Shift down. Whoa. Is that good? What kind of note we plugging and chugging here? Wonderful. Looks like it's a C note at 67 hertz. I don't want C. I want B. I'll go with B flat, which is A sharp. A little bit bassier, a little bit crazier. So let's stop this. Now, we're not going to do anything to that because a sub-bass tone, which we really can't go lower than that, okay? So what is this stupid note? It is 60 hertz. Now, if we pop this down another octave, we're really going to be low, but you really can't hear that at all. I mean, look at this. It's like it's taking up all this space. You really can't hear that. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to shift this back up. This is taking so long to play. It's actually starting to really annoy me. You know, when it like cuts out and then it's to like loop over. I just wanted to keep playing, okay? All right, so here's where we're starting. Now, we're gonna be building pitches on top of that, okay? So we don't really need to do any sound design to this particular note. Like, yeah, we could come in here and we could make it a square 8, and now we'll have this. So now we see if we've got all this stuff. Now, I want to click max here. Okay, all right. So see how here we have our A sharp note, which is B flat, and then we move along to this guy. Actually, bad idea. Saw 8, because it's gonna get more of them. Yeah, saw waves just don't sound as good. Okay, so see how we've got this A sharp, and then we go to the next peak, and it's A sharp, an octave above. And then we go to the next note, and it's F, which is the perfect fifth, and then the next one is going to be A sharp again. So this moves up the harmonic series. Now it's a little bit different, like a saw is every harmonic, okay? If you didn't know that, see like right here, that's a glitch. So see how it's like every note, but like a little bit descending. A square wave is if you skip every one. You skip it right here. Okay, now take a listen. Now it's going to be more square wavy. Sounds more open, that's why I kind of like that more, but we're not going to do any of that. We're going to come back to sine here, and we're just going to get this, okay? Now, the next note we're going to add, just like that harmonic series, which is a good thing to go up. We're not going to go up it entirely, but we're going to want another A sharp. So I'm going to take this clip, Command D, which should be Control D, on a PC, call it number 2. Wonderful. Give it a different color. And it's A sharp 0. I don't want that. Well, with it selected, shift up arrow. And now we've got A sharp up another one. And I just want to kind of highlight both of these. Command G, Control G on a piece. Every time I say Command D, whenever you hear Command, it's Control. I don't want to keep saying that's going to make me go mental. And on this group track, I want to put this spectrum so I can see them both. Does it let us do that? Let's put play. Scene launch. Okay, got it. Now it's this A sharp 0, A sharp 1. We've got this at 58 hertz up to 117 hertz. Wonderful. Now I'm going to go back into this clip ratio. I'm going to give this group a different color. I'm going to go into this clip ratio, and I'm going to bring it back to 4 bars. And what I kind of like to do in these situations is I kind of like to let it like, I don't want it to go all the way because I want there to be like a little bit of a tail off. So let's do that here. So there's like a little release section. And I'm just gonna go back into this first one, back into here, and make sure it has like, go into the envelope properties, make sure it has like a, some release. Give it a tag so it's not just like, I don't need it to be like punchy. I kind of just don't want it to go like full blast all the way. So let's get into here. Shift tab. Let's get into this release. Give it some release, some attack. Okay, got it. Wonderful, wonderful. Now what we're gonna do is I want this first one, just call it sub. The sub, I'm not gonna add any harmonics. Like the sub is just going to be the fundamental because the harmonics are what I want the next ones, the subsequent ones to do. Because if I start adding the next harmonic to this sub, and I'm just gonna turn this guy off here, it's gonna then give me this one. And I don't want them to be interfering. I want them to all have like their own place. So my idea was to have the first one just be the sub, and then the second one, which is gonna be an octave up, that's when we're gonna start giving it more character because the sub bass doesn't have character. You could give it like harmonics and things like that, but at the end of the day, it's kind of a good practice to kind of have that low sub that's anchoring everything, to have it just be that fundamental, completely unadulterated, just there, not being interfered with, and then letting everything else sort of take the cake. So how are you doing? We're about to now start really moving forward. Are you doing well? Have you escaped the matrix? Tell me how your week has been. How was your day today? I'll be quiet and listen for a little bit. Oh. He said, what? Oh. Ooh. Oh, jeez. He's a testy one, I tells you. And he accidentally cut your grass? Ooh, the nerve. He said your flowers looked like, you might want to consider moving. Have you considered moving? I know you've been there for 10 years. Do you ever just want to, get away and move somewhere else, do something different? Yeah, it is getting to be that time of year. How is Floopy and Schloopy's doing good, though, right? The little dog is doing good. All right, that's cool. Great. Okay. Yeah, I would probably use a MetaMask wallet or the Coinbase wallet. They're typically the best wallets for Web3. Yeah. We can talk more about that later. We got to get back to the SDHO show. Okay, guys, where are we? Number 2. Okay, so number 2, I want something different. Now let's play both of these. And number 2, I'm going to make it, I want to add some harmonics. So you might say, hey, come into here, get it off sine, maybe put it on one of them juicy square waves. Let's do some FM. Because, FM, or operator is for the FM, and we're going to be giving it some of this level. So let's click play. Let's scene launch to get them all playing together. We can't watch them together because I can't, do sound design on this number 2 and then go into group. So let's just scene launch and then let's start sculpting and getting a good FM tone for the number 2. Wonderful. Wonderful. Go into this number 2. I'm gonna take it off the max. Now, just keep listening. Right now, all you're hearing is 2 sine waves. A sub sine wave at A sharp or B flat. I like B flat. And then the next one, an octave up. It sounds heavy. Now let's when it clicks over, let's start introducing some FM to the number 2. See how it's going up there a little bit? It's like, hey, what's going on? I want to give a character, but I don't want it to, you know what I mean? I don't need to be doing that. We're going to have other ones to do that, okay? Oh, hey, Chonkush. Okay. The duplicate. Number 3. Different color. The yellow. Double click to get into the clip. Now, I believe we want to go up 7 because that's the perfect 5th. So right now we're on this A sharp 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the next harmonic addition to what we've been playing, the most harmonic, because we're starting with that sub. You can almost think of it as if we're in B flat. Actually, I'm just going to call it A sharp for now. We can call it A sharp. You can call it B flat. It's the same thing. You already knew that. So yeah, you got that subby note. Now we got the octave above. That's the next most harmonic one, you know, the octave above. Now, we didn't do any one in between because it's so low and bassy. So, like, we want to spread these out, okay? So we got that subby sub, A sharp. We got the next one octave above, A sharp. And then we want to move above. We don't want to do another octave, although we could. But we want, like, a healthy medium. So what's the next most harmonic after the octave? We already said it. It's the perfect 5th. Show your love for the perfect 5th. Scene launch that mother, and let's go. Okay. Now I don't want that to play here. Okay, let's stop all these. I want to hear this by itself. Oh, hello, what's going on? In fact, I don't even want this to be an operator, actually. Let's do wavetable or analog. What should we do, guys? Wavetable or analog for this one? Send it through the brainwaves, and my mind will somehow pick up the one we're supposed to do. Send it. Wonderful. Okay. Lower the filter. Launch them all. And now let's start. Play with the volume if you can hear it. Oscillated to. Detuned the bad boy. Stop it. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into each of these. We're going to highlight them. Les so. I don't want there to be any downtime on these, okay? Should have done this in the beginning. Whatever. Can't expect me to be perfect all the time. Just so you know, I just have an idea. I start recording, and then I just rely on my doing Ableton and being able to like think and be on the cuff. That's why I'm Gemini. Gemini is all about The zodiac sign, that's why with the J, it's like Gemini, but like spelled differently. It's like very like mind, communication, curiosity, energy, and I don't know, I like that. So anyways, let's go up until. I need something a little bit different for this one. Something a little bit different for this one. Maybe give it some of that resonance up on cell. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's get some of the LFO. Map it to this frequency. I don't like that click over. It's driving me nuts. Are you hearing that click over? Well, you are certainly driving me nuts. I'm gonna do it to chill. Do it right to chill. We doing it. You can also right click and just click whatever division you want. Need to be a little bit of a trail off. Need to be a little bit of release. So you would come into here to the analog, the only one we didn't set that big release to, and then go to the release, which is right here in the amplifier one, and that was actually not speeding up the video. And let's kick play. Let's scene launch that bad boy. Let's go right here, and let's actually highlight these and go to the bracket right here and bring it in a little bit just so we can maximize on the screen real estate. And I will show you another one of these chips. If you were wondering, you said, hey Gemini, how come when I look at your computer screen, it's all big and nice and it's all right there, it's all boom boom in your face and it's got me all feeling good and stuff and finding that mental for once. So how was you doing that? Is you doing sorcery or some shit? I don't get it. Or some weird computer I never heard of. Okay, so you want to do command, comma, or preferences. And you want to go into the look and the feel, and you want to go to this zoom display, okay? So mine says 175%. Yours probably says 100% or something different, probably 100% because that's a default. Just zoom it and boom it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Racho? I like it like that. Maybe it's better because I'm on a laptop, I don't know. Or maybe my eyesight is getting worse, just like my dumbass teeth. And seriously, I probably should do something about that. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I've been to a dentist in like 10 years, man. I don't know. I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like with anything. You know what I mean? Oh no, that Gemini. He's getting all conspiratorial up in his mainframes. Oh no, what is he about to say this time? Thanks for asking. I always love when people tell me to talk about things. Well, see, the tough thing is, my friends, maybe that's the key word there, friends. If a friend that you know and trust tells you something, maybe it's something they know quite a little bit about, you'd believe them. But if you go to someone, say a dentist or someone, and you said, hey man, I don't know what's going on with this, I'm not in pain, everything's fine, you know what I'm saying? What should I do? Well, you damn well know that person is there because they need to make money, because you need to make money to live, which is the stupidest thing ever. Oh yes, and it definitely is, and it's a big waste of your time and life energy. Okay, calm it down, don't bring your Pluto Scorpio energies into the mix. But here's the thing. You really can't trust anyone. You can't trust institutions, you can't trust corporations, you can't trust governments, because we live in a capitalist society where all decisions are made from economic profit, okay? So if you go into a place and you're like, hey, this is what's going on, I don't know what to do, I'm obviously not a doctor, I'm not a dentist, I'm not an architect, I'm not a chiropractor, what do I do? what if that guy or that gal's running out of money? You know what I'm saying? Or they need their next payment on their like fancy BMW. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, oh yeah, you need to do a root canal, you need to do this, that, and this. You know what I mean? They're looking at you and they're not seeing a human that's scared. And oh, I do get scared. I might have a lot of feisty energy sometimes, but I do get scared and nervous about things. You know what I mean? They're looking at you with dollar signs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it's nothing against me or you. It's just like, they're like, hey, I gotta pay the bills and you need to do this, that, and that. Ooh, I'm always seeing green dollar signs. And we'll be getting right back into the tutorial. But see, the way I thought about it today is, what is it called? Humanism, you know, which is like that what really matters is us humans, right? And so I feel like until the world shifts from capitalist society where all that matters is economic gain and profit to all that matters is providing the best stuff for humans, you really can't trust anyone. You can't trust those 3-letter agencies. You can't trust those institutions. You can't trust anyone. You can't trust the government. You can't trust any of that bullshit. It's the bullocks, man. You can't trust the bullocks, man. Exactly. Whatever. Did that trigger you? And I think over the last couple of years, we realized that you can't trust anyone. Exactly. We're about to get crazy. We might even get deep up into that stuff. We're gonna be getting into that on the Patreon. I might be doing astrology readings on the Patreon. I'm probably going to be doing all sorts of economics, cryptocurrency, price charts, all sorts of that stuff, teaching you about all of that shit. Gonna be getting into making videos, how to do that shit, getting into making all kinds of digital art, all kinds of things. I can teach so many damn things, and it's gonna be pretty saucy. And other things like things that are happening in the cosmos, in the world, underground, what you know about that, what you know about that. Let's get back into it. Was that too intense for you? Well, you know what? I've been making this video for 30 minutes so far. If you've stayed here this far, drop a like, smash a like, say hello. Something tells me I can talk off the cuff because I do not think anyone would be watching any of this stuff if you didn't like me talking, if you didn't like me teaching. I'm here to talk about things, do things, get you fired up, educate your mind, educate that ass, and let's get up on here, grab a glass, talk to your mother, tell her you love her, and maybe talk to that dad if he's going and flowing, tell him he's a bag of salt and vinegar chips. God bless yourself, big ups yourself. Let's get into some of this music, let's get into some of this shit right here. Wonderful. We need so much more release. Each of these. It's kind of annoying to have to do this for all of these. Especially this one, because you gotta like do it to all of these. I liked that. Give me more release, you dirty oxen. Wonderful. Okay, what's the next one? Give me number 4. Give me that number 4. What should we do up until? This one, we're gonna go back to the A sharp. Do you love it? Hear it? Hear it? Actually sounds kind of nice. But we're gonna maybe, let's make it a sawtoothy. Nah, that sucks. Oh my god, let's just get very naughty and do collision, shall we? I want it to like whoop. Will this even work? Second map to the material. See what it does. Wonderful. Maybe shift it down. Let's get off beam and go to the membrane. Ooh, that adds a little something if you can hear it. Make sure you got the thing. You know what I'm saying. Let's go to resonator 2. Go to the membrane. And this one we got -12. This one we got the 0. That sounded scary. It's just, I'm hearing it a little bit. It's just giving it a little bit of. Okay, very important, guys. And for the two people out there who are saying this, if you guys caught this, big ups yourself. See this structure right here? See how it was 1 into 2? And this one is 1 plus 2. 1 greater than 2, 1 plus 2. Do you want to know what that actually means? And do you want to know why it was sounding really chaotic? So here's what 1 into 2 means. Now, you don't have to worry about any of this crap if you don't have a second resonator. I almost never have a second resonator, but I just felt it would be good to have different octaves on this one just because I feel like it, because Collision's very unique in that regard. So when you have 2, here's what this means. This means, so you've got this side, this mallet and this noise. God, this stupid thing going left and right is really making me go mental. Yeah, stop making me go mental, Collision. You will not like me when I go mental. I'm just kidding. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, as you know, this mallet noise section, which we don't have anything going on with noise. We might do it, we might not. It passes into resonator 1, and if there's a resonator 2, here's what this one says, and this is the default. It says, take the mallet and noise, which is the exciter, which is what hits the resonator, goes into resonator 1, and then that output gets fed into resonator 2, and then it gets pushed out. That can make Collision go bonkers, hurt your ears, peak clip, super loud volume. We don't want that. 1 plus 2 means, and I don't know why that's not the default. I actually do have a suspicion as to why. And what does that mean? That means this exciter section hits the resonator 1, you hear it. It also hits resonator 2, you hear it. It's more normal. Now you might say, why the hell was it positioned this way? Well, you want to know why? Because if you, and I'm just putting it back because I just don't want to forget. If you wanted to create a marimba, okay, do you guys know what a marimba is? Do you know about the mallet percussion? I did so many tutorials on the mallet percussions, even more traditional tutorials on the mallet percussion. Go back, watch the old tutorials when I actually made tutorials, all the stuff I made before I made the SDHOs. You guys have already watched all of that. You already know that. How are you doing? Marimba. What would you do on a marimba? Well, a marimba, you would hit a beam, okay? I'm not going to do that because I want membrane. And then what happens after you hit that beam of the marimba? Well, oh no. I hope I didn't hit something. Then that beam, because you got those tubes, they then pass through a tube, a pipe, a tube. And so you can mimic the dynamic, physical, modeling capabilities. But you gotta be very careful because it can get very noisy. I don't care. I'm just in it for the sound design, which is why I'm doing 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. I'm so smart and wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's play. You already know about it. How is you doing? What is going on? Turn back that LFO. Do not forget that. If you don't have the LFO, you better go get that. Let's go, Razziel. Turn on the noise. turn it off, it's scaring me. Let's get our fifth one here. I'm gonna go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit, was that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Oh no, I didn't even click play. Okay, I'm gonna go back into 4, and I'm gonna turn off resonator. I'm going to resonator 1. Going to 0. Stop it. Stop it. Let's get back into the sound design. How was you doing? How was you flowing? Let's see what we got going on. So, sounds kind of dark. Let's get this collision off. Let's go to, oh my god, this is insanely more naughty than collision. Let's go to tension. It could blow our ears, but ratio it. Let's get the ratio going. I got an idea. This is the then go 2. Take it, go down to 2. Nah, maybe it wasn't a good idea. Who knows? I can't be perfect all the time. Turn off the headphone, otherwise they'll drive you nuts. I kind of didn't really want it to be melodic, but like for some reason, well, cause like that's why, you know, like normally you'll sort of like have the lower stuff sort of like anchoring it, and then you'll have like a you know, like the higher stuff. So like that's what I was thinking, you know, that's why I'm like, you know, I got these melodies going out. Now it's not just like long notes, it's got some of these melodies, right? Because it's like whoa, boo, and everything is like sounding good, it's congealing, it's making you feel all good and mumbly and jumbly. And then when I heard that note, that bang, it's almost like it was taking this drony drone and making it like giving it a accent or something, or giving it a shade. And then I was like, oh, it wants to say something more. And that's when I got bang, 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 bang. So let's see. All right, I think we need, all right. I'm starting to go mental. I don't want to do too much thinking about this, because that's why, like, it's tough to, like, when you do the MIDI notes thing, is you have to do, like, so much starting and stopping, and it's not very musical, but, like, if you get good at it, right, and you kind of know what you're looking for roughly, because like when you do like this whole like MIDI notes, drawing in the MIDI notes, which is good because like sometimes you know like, oh, this note needs to be here, this needs to be here, and it can save time. It's very unmusical. In fact, that's actually the impetus that I had. And I shifted in Ableton in 2017 to just like, I'm like, I gotta learn how to play the keyboard, right? Because I knew that I needed to like, it's like I told you, when you're hearing that, it's and I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to hear that. But if I'm going around and I'm florking and torquing, I'm like, okay, maybe this. Okay, all right, maybe this. Okay, right. Oh no. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be this. Nope. Maybe go one up. Oh no, what did I push? Oh no. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to do that? I remember I was doing that and I was like, this ain't musical. I had like a coming to Jesus moment. Coming to Jesus moment. Yeehaw. You know, and I was like, this ain't very musical. You know? Like, I don't want to play around with these dumbass MIDI notes. Down, right? Wouldn't that be kind of good? Like, bam, bam, bam. Yo, where the hell's the pen tool, you dirty oxen? Like, maybe that. Okay, could that be better? Son of a... Do I have to get down to 16th notes? You know what I mean, right? Like... Bam, bam, bam. Yeah. You know what I think? I think it's a 16th note. Let's see. Bam, bam, bam. So, yeah, we could add the 6th one. I don't really want this pattern. So, like, what you could do, we can always come back. So you would, like, highlight all of these, push 0 to just null them out, and I'll just do this. Now let's do it. And I need to go into here and make sure we've got the... First of all, I'm going to do this. I want to make sure this little mofo is playing as long as humanly possible. Sorry, I don't use tension all the time, guys. How long does it go? I think it's the ratio that makes it go really long. Let's turn all the way up. Look how loud it rings for. Oh, hey, Chunkush. Chunky, when I'm done, I'm going to feed you some kibis. Do you want to... Oh, he's good. He's good boy. He good. He good. Someone said, hey, mate, why won't you just be playing that on there? Was you going mental? No, I'm not going mental. All right, I'm kind of going mental. But here's the thing, like, I don't really, like, you know, I've got my laptop keys, right? You know, but, like, I don't really know. Well, I guess, I was going to say, like, I don't really know the A sharp B flat scale on my laptop keys, you know? Although what you could do, because it's basically like C and then up to the octave C and then C sharp D. That's like what you get when you do the QWERTY keyboard stuff. But what I can do is, you know, when you use the pitch effect, instead of starting at C, we can put it down to A sharp, and then you are playing that. But I don't want to do that right now. So let's hit play, see what it sounds like, see what we want to do next, and I may give you a surprise before we sign off what you think about that. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. That gives me an idea. I remember I was telling someone, probably me mum, and I was like, you know, I need to get a way to, you know what I mean? I need to get a way to get those bum, 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 bum. you know what I mean? I want to get those in my stuff, but like, what do I do if I don't feel like drawing in MIDI notes? What if I'm not so slick on the MIDI keyboards? You know, what do I do? And I was like, well, what you need to do is, if you're lucky enough and fortunate enough to have some of the melodies in your head like we're doing right now, you could literally just say it into a microphone, and you could plug that audio in and do like an audio to MIDI convert, or you can just be like, okay, what are those notes, and match it up later. So I'll be honest with you, I think there's a reason why I never really screwed around with this, because I don't actually think I was ever really convinced that it would sound that good. And truthfully, this does kind of sound kind of good. In fact, let's put some audio effects on this one. This one sounds terrible. Someone said, hey mate, put some delay on there. Woo! Pick up. Someone said, hey, what if you like, you know, like did that and then you like duplicated it or something? Oh, that's wonderful, it's wonderful. Dun, dun, dun. Adjust these track fades. We need to beef this up. What if we put an overdrive on? Oh. Come on, I want to hear this. Oh, wonderful. We don't even have reverb on. Give me some of that. No. No. Alright, someone sample that shit, redo the drums that I was doing, put them on there, make it into a remix, send it to me over here, get it back up on there. I gave you the influence, the inspiration, I gave you the starting point, the jumping off point. We did all of that sound design, we did the sound design in the operator, into the analog, into the collision, into the tension, into the wavetable, I'm sure. Who else is giving you all of that alpha into the Ableton, taking you to the Berlin? You didn't even get on a plane, you just be going there, you's going insane. Insane is what we be saying over here in the USA, but if you over across the pond into Great Britain, in the UK, you was be saying mental. I said you be going insane, and you said, hey no mate, it's been all of you guys over there across the pond that's be going insane. And I said, hey, you be getting into me mainframe, I'm trying to get into Ableton, you driving me insane. I'm trying to get up onto that digital audio art, you know what I'm saying, trying to express what's coming from me hot, and we going up in seal, wonderful, 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 wonderful.